Welcome to Bronze Medal Moms, the podcast where we aren't going for gold, we're going for bronze on the daily. I'm Amy.
And I'm Amanda, and we are here to remind you that you don't have to be perfect to show up, survive, and even thrive in motherhood.
Okay, Amanda, last week we talked all things holiday magic, from the big guy in the red suit to that little mischief maker. What's the plan for this week?
This week is all about managing that holiday stress. We can't avoid it, but we don't have to let it dampen our spirits.
And we can manage it like the Bronze Medal moms we are.
Wait a second, Amy, is that a new sweatshirt? Because you're looking like the coziest chaos queen I've ever seen.
Well, thank you. I actually got it from this new exclusive brand, Bronze Medal Moms. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, that's so weird because I also happen to have this adorable mug that says Bronze Medal Moms.
Stop. I heard that one's limited edition. It's only available to moms who survive school drop-off without crying or cussing.
So, like, 6 of us.
Exactly.
Seriously, though, guys, our Bronze Medal Moms merch is now officially available.
Yes, our listeners asked for it and we delivered.
Our sweatshirts and tees are so comfy, funny, and perfect for moms who are proud to make it to the podium but don't need that spotlight.
And our cereal for dinner cloth bag is a must-have for all.
I love that one. So grab your sweatshirt, trucker hats, or a mug and wear it proudly and let everyone know you're doing okay and that's enough.
And give a gift for that next holiday party. We even have scented candles that are perfectly usable but very hilarious.
So shop now before we forget to restock. Welcome back, Bronze Medal Moms. It's your girls, Amanda and Amy.
And we are reporting live from the land of twinkling lights, peppermint lattes, and a to-do list that is currently longer than Santa's naughty list.
Yes, it is. Today, we're talking about the big one, holiday stress. You know it. That magical time of year when we all pretend we're chill and relaxed and we are secretly spiraling out of control.
Yeah, what is up with that? I love the holidays. I love them. And just 2 weeks ago in November, I felt like I had tons of time. But why now, in early December, it feels like Christmas is in 2 days and we're competing in a sport here to try to get
Exactly. It is a competitive sport. We're juggling school concerts, Christmas cards, class parties, work deadlines, the elf shenanigans, matching jammies, and then there's always that one cousin that you forgot to buy for on Amazon, and you're doing that one last order.
Yes, and then add on top of that all the emotional stress, family drama, mom guilt, all the pressure to make memories, and don't listen with little ears in earshot, remembering to move the dang elf before 6 a.m.
Right. So today we're going Bronze Medal Mom style and breaking down how to survive the season without losing your mind or your holiday spirit.
Yes, so let's get into it because this is a big one. We've talked before that
We not only stress this point, we have it on a sweatshirt.
That's right. In fact, actually, I'm wearing the sweatshirt.
Oh, you are. It looks so cute.
Yes. So what I was going to say is moms, we carry the mental load all year long, especially at the holidays. There's those funny memes that really, when you think about it, they're not funny. They're like super frustrating and annoying, where it's like, dad is just as surprised as everyone on Christmas morning when everyone opens their gifts, right? But one of our best tips, and it's what I have on the sweatshirt because it's kind of the Bronze Medal Mom motto, is lower the bar. Because a lot of the holiday stress, especially as moms, we put it on ourselves. So like lower the expectations a little bit, right?
And then you don't have to have this like Pinterest worthy Christmas. Quit looking at Pinterest. Stop doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost got sucked into the Pinterest trap this year because I have several Christmas trees. I Love the ones like you decorate, Amanda, that are very pretty. They're color coordinated. They match the person's living room. They're full of bows and picks and fun things that stick out of their tree. I love that. That
Yes.
is not my tree.
No.
My trees are, I have like the travel tree with all of our travel ornaments. I have the family tree with all of our like keepsake ornaments, right? Well, I almost fell into the trap a couple weeks ago because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try ribbon. I'm going to try ribbon.
Ooh, I do love holiday ribbon.
Well, I'm gonna pay you to come and do my trees next year because I sat on that ribbon and I tried it and I just got frustrated. And then guess what? I didn't decorate the tree because I had this dumb idea that I had to have the ribbon. So what did I do? I lowered the bar. I'm like, we don't need ribbon. Our
You
trees
don't need
are
ribbon.
just fine with just ornaments. Like lower the bar, seriously,
Well,
because
and I will say that. So I would like it to be noted as a bronze medal mom myself. I decorate Christmas trees for other people um in November and December because I didn't realize how many people really hate decorating their trees. And two, well, more like one, I used to do store windows. So I would decorate trees for Neiman Marcus and
yeah,
Saks Fifth Avenue back in the day in my fresh out of college life. And it was wonderful. I loved it. So I learned a lot of really cool tricks to do. You can only do them to fake trees because real trees are really you can't mold them. You can't do anything.
yeah.
But I spend hours working on other people's trees, making them so like just works of art.
Hmm.
And my tree at home, I swear my kids could grab like a index card, draw a stick figure on it, and I would hang it up as an ornament. Like we, there's nothing, there's nothing fancy about our tree. It is a hodgepodge of holiday magic that I don't care what happens.
Well, that's also why I never wanted to marry a gynecologist because after looking at them all day, they don't want to come home and look at them again. You're laughing
Died.
because it's true. It's true. It's the same concept over and over. You don't want to,
Christmas trees, gynecology, it's all the same.
you never know what you're going to get here on Bronze Medal Moms.
Okay, but
But
seriously, lower the
yeah,
bar, everyone.
lower the
Stop
bar.
stressing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Also,
Right.
take note of are you are you even hosting anything this year? Is anyone but your immediate family going to see your house?
Right.
If they're not, calm down. If you're
Yeah.
hosting like a holiday party or a New Year's Eve party and the ornaments or everything's still gonna be up, then yeah, maybe you step it up a little bit and have a game plan. If no one's coming to your house, just let the kids decorate and call it a day.
Yeah, yeah. And even if you're having people over, I love to entertain. I love to have people over. I love a theme. I mean,
Same.
the new Stranger Things came out over Thanksgiving and we had a watch party. Now,
Fun.
you know, gold medal Amy back in the day would have stressed myself out because I needed to plan everything. I needed like a banner and super fun stuff and all these Stranger Things things. Well, this time I lowered the bar, had neighbors over. We sat on the couch. I laid out like all the Stranger Things crap from the grocery store, like the Doritos and the cookies and all the stuff.
Yes.
But I didn't put it in like bowls and I didn't make a super cute charcuterie board. Like I just put the bags on the counter and guess what? It was just as much fun had I made it super fancy, but way less
Yeah.
stress. So like lower the bar for real.
Yeah.
For real.
100%. Just
Yeah.
give yourself a little grace
Yeah.
and realize that your family wants a happy mom. Like
Yeah.
that's what husbands want, a happy mom, kids want a happy mom. And if mom is running around stressed out and about to lose it because the Christmas tree isn't just perfect, like then
Yeah.
no one's gonna have a good time.
Right. Right. And then mom, we're stressed, we're snapping at our kids, and then we're feeling guilty about it. So yeah. Let's not set ourselves up for failure, I think is the big.
I did snap at my kids last night for something.
Well, I mean, sometimes
And
they deserve it, but sometimes you
well,
snap because you're
but then Rue
frustrated with
said
your.
sorry, and I was like, wait, no, that was my fault. I don't even remember what it was. That's how little it was.
Yeah.
But I was
Yeah.
like, I
Well,
don't know.
right. Well, sometimes we snap and it is great to apologize, but sometimes it's because we're frustrated with ourselves.
Right.
I mean, I can remember times where I've had in my head this like standard of something I wanted to do and it didn't go that way so that I'm all frustrated and taking it out on my family. And they're like, we didn't even care about that in the first place. Why are you even frustrated that it didn't happen? Right.
I remember, so this is off topic with Christmas, but you know those Enneagram numbers?
Hmm. Hmm.
When I read that book forever ago, I forget what the whole book was called, but I found out my Enneagram number and it tells you your deadly sin or something with
Yeah.
your number. And I'm one of mine is a two. I'm a helper. I love to help. I love to plan. I love to do things. And I was realizing I do plan stuff in my head and I get ahead of myself, even if no one asked me to.
Right.
Like, I realized this once that I wanted to throw someone a baby shower and I was so excited and it was going to be so great. And they're like, it's my third baby. I don't want a shower. And I was like, no, 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 you got to celebrate. It's going to be awesome. And I did all this work. And then she was like, yeah, I really don't want to do it. And I was pissed
Right.
because I had done all this work, but I was like, she didn't ask me to. That
Right.
was all me.
That was all you. So that brings us to our second kind of tip for managing stress, and that is kind of like pick your yes and no.
Right.
And for me, and I've talked about it before, so to our regular listeners, one, thank you for being regular listeners, but two, you've heard this before, have what I call that stakeholder meeting. So then you
Yeah.
know,
What's
like
important?
what's important. And I've done that with Adelaide already this season. I'm like, okay, what are the things, especially, I mean, once December hits, it is like
Ugh.
a sprint and it feels like we have 3 days to cram in all of the activities. Like, what is up with that?
I did not realize until November 30th how much I had said yes to in December. And when I looked at my calendar, I was like,
You're
what
like,
was
ah,
I thinking?
yeah. Well, that's why I have that stakeholder meeting, especially with Adelaide. I'm like, what is the things that make Christmas and the holidays special for you? What are the things we absolutely must do, right? Because one thing we used to always do, and we have an ornament that we would get there every single year, like a custom handmade personal painted ornament. If you're a Texan, you know what it is. We would go to Santa's Wonderland.
Yep.
We loved it. We would always go in November before it got crazy crowded. And we would do the horse and carriage through the lights and all of the things. And I do. If you look at our tree, I bet I have Adelaide's 12. We have 11 ornaments. We'd go every year. But as she gets older, it's harder to find time to go there. It's harder to find a weekend. It's also super expensive. And if it's not on her list, why am I stressing trying to find
Why?
the time and spend the money? Right. If it's not on her list anymore. She loved it when she was little, maybe not so much now.
Right. And maybe and you'd be surprised. Like the things that are important, like we actually did this just the other night. Um, the whole family, Chris's favorite Christmas movie is Klaus. If you haven't
Yeah.
seen Klaus, do yourself a solid. Go watch Klaus. It's so great. But it's his absolute favorite. And a lot of times now during the year, Roger's getting more into like Marvel stuff, Rue's more into the girly movies. So we separate when we watch movies as a family. Like the boys watch something and the girls watch something. But all of us together watched Klaus the other night and the kids loved it.
Right.
And they were like, that was so great. And it was so fun, all, bundled up on the floor and on the couch and all that stuff. And it was like, that cost me nothing. And I could stress over, like, okay, we have to go to this park with these lights and all these things. But really, all they want to do is watch a Christmas movie
Right.
on the floor.
Right. That's it. That's it. Well, and we can talk about that here in a second because I think we are going to talk about traditions, but pick your yes things that you really want to nail and then give yourself permission to like not put out the charcuterie board but put out just the actual box of crackers, right?
Right.
For the like pick three things you really want to nail and then give yourself permission to kind of just half the rest of it.
And I really
Or
don't think that by having this stakeholders meeting, don't think you're ruining any of the magic and any of the
right,
surprises because you're
right,
not.
right. Not at
They're
all.
just getting excited. Like I'm gonna have a stakeholders meeting with Rue and Roger. I'm not gonna ask Raleigh, the 3-year-old. Like,
No.
no, it's all magic and wonderland to him. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he
But
doesn't know.
an older kid might have an opinion or they might actually care.
Right. Well, and one thing that Adelaide has wanted to do the past few days, we learned a new card game on Thanksgiving night. We went over to our friend's house, which has may become like a new tradition. We did Thanksgiving.
What was the
On
card game? I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Swipe
Oh,
maybe something. I don't know.
oh.
It's fun. We love Mexican train dominoes because it's a really fast game and there's no
Mm-hmm.
like math involved, but there's strategy. So this is kind of the card version of that. It's really fun. It's quick, there's
Oh,
strategy,
fun.
but you don't have to do any math. So, but that that's what she's wanted to do the past several nights is either put on Stranger Things and rewatch it or put on a Christmas movie, get our Christmas blankets and play this card game as a family on the couch. And I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
here
love
for it.
that.
I
I
love it.
love
So
that.
yeah.
It's so easy and it's simple and it's what they want to do. So
Yes. Yes. So definitely have that stakeholder meeting because I think I've mentioned it before. There were years where I am like running myself ragged trying to do all of the things when they didn't care about all of the things, you know?
mm-mm.
And the other thing, and this is kind of in between lower the bar and decide what's important, is, a couple of years I really spent a lot of time and energy and effort with thought out Christmas holiday gifts for teachers and service people. And like, I
Yep,
felt
that's a
like
hard one.
it's a hard one. And I felt like for some reason people needed me to handwrite a card instead of just giving them,
No,
giving them,
they didn't.
right, instead of giving them something on Amazon that has the note already on it. And I would just be so stressed and so freaking out that I didn't have the perfect gift. And I was like, wait a minute, it's going back to that, right? It's the thought that counts.
Right,
I promise you, my pool boy loves the $100 bill I give him, whether I hand it to him or I have it in a cute decorated card that's handwritten.
right.
Like, it doesn't matter.
I
So
have
that's the other.
started with the teachers, especially, and
Mm-hmm.
especially since I work up at the school. I mean, if you're a teacher and you work up at the school, you're in it to win it. This is not like a 1 year thing that you're like, yay, cute teacher stuff. Like, you're there for 30 years.
Yeah. Right.
This is, you don't want more little things.
Right.
You want a gift card because
Right.
you want to be able to go buy your own stuff. You want to be able to not stress about money and treat yourself to lunch one day at school or something like that. So all I do for my teachers is I get them like something small. Like Raleigh's teachers, all the like the preschool, they're all animal names.
Yeah.
Like there's a horse class, a bunnies class, a bees class. So I got them a pair of socks. He's an otter. Got him a pair of
Right.
socks with some otters on it, and I'm gonna attach a gift card that they actually want. But they're gonna be like, "Oh, cute socks. That'll be warm." But here's what I actually want. A
Yeah.
gift card.
Right. Exactly.
And it
Exactly.
does seem like, don't think that that seems impersonal because you don't have to make it so personal. It's what they want. Actually, I have this is a good conversation too. I've had this hard time with my sister because her kids, her oldest is 15.
Hmm.
She's a 15-year-old boy, and I've always gotten him like fun presents or like a big Lego set or something. Like I just always like spoiling her kids. He does not want anything besides Chick-fil-A gift cards. It is all he wants. That is it. And so all I do is think about like a fun way to throw gift cards at him. Literally 1 year he opened a craft that Rue made, was confused by it, and then I threw a gift card at him.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
And that
Exactly.
was it. And it was the funny part of the gift was he opened this weird craft and was like, "What the hell is this?" And I was like, "Nothing. Here's your gift card."
Exactly. Well, the other tip too, so we won't like get frustrated, and this actually happened to me last night, so I have like real world experience, is prepare for the meltdowns. Like they're gonna
Mm,
happen. We have tired kids, we have too much sugar, we have overstimulation, we have chaos, not only for the kids, but also the parents. Like we're all
100%.
tired, we're all overstimulated, we're all eating too much sugar. Um, and so just be prepared for that and try to combat it as best as you can.
I agree. I will say, I feel like I go total Girl Scout mom, especially this time of year. We do not leave the house without water bottles for everyone, snacks for everyone. Like, I
Right.
don't care if we're going out to dinner. I'm bringing snacks
Right. Exactly.
because
Always.
I just want to make, you don't know. We're with the 11-year-old, we got the hormones. Heck, with the 9-year-old, we got the hormones. And then we got the baby. Like, there's too much stuff that people can get overlooked and people can get overwhelmed. And then all of a sudden, someone's having a meltdown. And I think we've talked about this before with temper tantrums and meltdowns in the store, that both my older kids never had one.
Oh, yeah.
Raleigh had two this weekend. We went to two stores, and in both stores, we left screaming, crying, tears running down his face. Even the older kids were like, "What the hell?" I was
Right.
like, "I don't
Exactly.
know.
Right.
Let's just get
Right.
this boy a snack and move on."
Well, and so one thing, this is a huge tip. I don't think a lot of parents know this. When kids are eating sugar, they're going to. We've talked about this. I'm not a parent who is very anti sugar because, like, they're a kid. My best tip is precede it or follow it with protein. Protein, protein, protein. Like,
I agree.
anytime we would do like Disney World, right? Or anything like that where they're eating more junk than normal, I always follow sugar with protein. Um, because we learned when Adelaide was like 2. This is such a huge tip for all parents out there. And if you know me personally, you guys have heard this. Oh, hang on. Sorry. My dog was
This is
eating.
such a huge tip. Wait, I have to go do something else.
Sorry, my dog just ate the nose off of a Frosties, the snowman.
Oh no.
I was like, what is he chewing on? Sorry. Back to the podcast. When Adelaide, she was like the easiest kid. Like yours, didn't throw a tantrum, like the easiest kid. And then when she turned about like 2 or 3, maybe, every once in a while she would just have like these meltdowns. We were like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was her Aunt Kim that made us realize it's her blood sugar dropping.
Yeah.
She just, as a kid, as a little toddler, she couldn't verbalize it. So Aunt Kim came up with a color system similar to the Homeland Security threat chart. If Adelaide is uh orange, she needs food. Like she has
Nice. We're in stage orange. Stage orange.
word orange. If she is red, she needs food, but red means don't ask her what she wants. She is past the point of being able to make a decision. Just shove food in the pie hole.
Just get food in her mouth.
Yes. And then purple is passed out, like game over. You don't ever want to reach purple, ever. So, like, yellow is when she can verbalize, like, hey guys, I'm going to be hungry. Orange is like, I need food right now and I want, pretzels. Red is like, don't even ask me because I'm having a meltdown. And that actually happened last night. So, yesterday, it was like the first day back to school from the break.
Yep.
And we have 0 bedtimes here. And it was different being in a routine. And she also had to stay after school for chess. So she's getting home later. So she's not eating immediately after school. And she walked in the door and it was like tears and I'm frustrated and I'm hungry. And Steve forgot the system and he was like, he kept asking her, would you want this? Do you want this? Do you want that? And everything was a no. When
You're
the
like,
kids are like,
just shove
no.
something in her face.
Right. But if you don't realize that as a parent, you get frustrated. I mean, my mom used to say to me all the time when I was a kid, well, then you must not be hungry if you can't tell me what you want. No, I'm
No.
actually dying of hunger, but I can't communicate it. Like my blood sugar has dropped that much. And
That's
so,
interesting.
yeah. And then Steve was even trying to like cook stuff. And I'm like, no, cut up an apple, get the pretzels, shove it in her face right now. And then once she has like that little snack, then she can take a deep breath. Then she can maybe verbalize and say, you
You know
know,
what I actually want is
right,
this.
right. But when we are in that like red phase, so that's another thing when it comes to the meltdowns. Like, don't yell at them when they're freaking out. Like,
I will
that's
say this
not
though.
gonna help.
Let's share this idea. Like, in case someone's like, yeah, but what? Okay, we have Raleigh for his meltdowns. His go-to is a popsicle. It could be 10 degrees outside. And like getting him a popsicle, then he'll always eat it and it gives him enough of a little boost, but then he can tell me what he wants to eat.
Right.
Roger, he's easy. He'll eat anything. And that child, like, I'll find like a hunk of ham that he's been eating, and like, it's just gross. He's such a boy.
Yeah.
Rue, our go-to is either a banana, that's easy, that I'm like, hey, here's a banana, eat it, go. Or since we're all talking about easy proteins, my kids love hard-boiled eggs. I always have a dozen hard-boiled eggs in the fridge. And like either one of them, they'll help themselves. It's a little quick hit of protein, and then we move on with our day. And it's easy. What is your what is your go-to for Adelaide for like a snack? Like
So like,
if she's what is she? Orange.
hmm
No, she's red. We're red. We're past the point that she can tell you.
oh yeah, I just whatever is quick and easy. So like pretzels, apple
You're like
slices,
whatever's within
strawberries,
arm's
whatever
reach.
is already prepped within arm's reach. Yeah.
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 Yeah, protein balls is another good one.
Oh yeah,
If you don't
protein
make
balls are really
protein
good.
balls, they're just protein powder, peanut butter, honey, and oats. Man, the kids love those, and that gets them right back on track.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Now regular food, like she's my carnivore and my carber.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, something fast. Like last night when Steve was asking her and then he was like trying to like cook stuff, I was like, no, 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 go get the pretzels out of the pantry right now.
So
Give her
let's even
pretzels.
talk about this though. So we're talking about protein,
Yeah.
what you're putting in your body. Like, let me tell you, I worked very hard over the Thanksgiving break with a lot of different Christmas trees, design jobs, stuff like that. I literally passed out on the Sunday before going back to school because I had been surviving on like chips and maybe an apple here or there, like not enough food, not putting all the right things in my body. To make sure that you are going to not have stress for the holiday, you gotta be eating correctly. You gotta take your vitamins. You need a probiotic. You
Right.
gotta be pooping.
Right.
You can't you can't be running on empty. Like you
Right.
don't want to be running on empty and running on fumes
Right.
into December 25th. Like take your vitamins. Have your kids take your vitamins. You want everyone to be healthy.
Well, and not only healthy, a lot of people don't realize that like your gut health controls not only your immune system, but also your stress response.
Yeah.
So, stuff that makes you like freak out and get angry or have major mood swings, that is like a gut health issue or a hormonal issue. So, it may not be. I mean, I remember I used to have major mood swings, and now, like, stuff doesn't just bother me anymore, but that's because I've been on a gut health regimen for a decade. So
Right.
it is like we don't want people getting sick. We want to be able to fight off those germs, especially with the sugar, because your immunity drops significantly immediately after ingesting sugar, which we're all going to.
Right.
Um, and so yeah, it's staying healthy, but also managing, like taking care of your body helps you manage that stress better because as we go through these tips, we're not trying to avoid the holiday stress. You can't avoid it, right?
It's
There's
going to
there's
be
it's
there. It's
gonna
going to be
be
there no matter
there.
what.
Right. We're just helping manage it better.
Well, and I'll say this, sweets is actually not my downfall. I'm a salty person, a salty, savory person. However, come Christmas time, we were at Target and I saw, I think it was a dozen cookies. It
Yeah.
was a dozen freshly baked gingerbread men. And that is like my weakness. Nobody else in the house likes gingerbread men. And those dozen cookies, I think, were gone in a couple days.
Right, right, right.
So know your weaknesses. Know that I know at this season, you're not going to be eating gingerbread men in the middle of July. I know this season that is my weakness. I know I'm going to let myself do it. So I've got to make sure I'm taking care of myself and giving my best self forward to the family so that, I feel my best and everyone feels their best. Nobody
Right.
loses their shit.
Right, exactly. Well, and then our other tip is another kind of good one and I do like this. I don't think I've actually done it. Well, maybe I do. Is actually plan some do nothing time
Mm,
where you're doing
like a
nothing.
breather.
Yeah, like a breather, where like dinner is cereal, baths are optional, and the only magical thing happening is sitting under a blanket, watching a movie, or if you live where it's cold, watching it snow.
Yeah, 100%. Just calming down. Like we were even thinking about this last night. Like my kids, we've got tech kids. They watch their iPads and um sometimes I don't like it, and sometimes I know they're playing with their friends on it, and I hear them playing with their friends on it, so I'm fine with it. I'm still, on the fence about it, but they weren't doing anything wrong last
Hmm.
night. They weren't, like it just wasn't, I don't know, nothing was wrong, but I just said, all right, iPad's down. And they're like,
Right.
why? And I'm like, I don't know. We're just going to do nothing. We're just going to sit here and we're going to unpack these Christmas boxes together. And that's what we're going to do. And they're
Right.
like, why? And I'm like, because your brain just needs a break. That's why. And it was like, it didn't want long. It was like 30 minutes or an hour that we just set up Christmas decorations and the kids colored a little bit, stuff like that. But it was just like, yeah, we didn't do
Right.
nothing for a second because we're
Right.
tired and there's so much going on. And like even when the kids are at school, they're planning like Rue's got her first final exams, but then they also all have all their holiday parties and all the things that it's like everyone is just overstimulated.
Yeah.
That doing nothing can pay off big time.
Right. Right. Well, and then also remember that sometimes that is a tradition, like sitting around doing nothing and watching a movie. Traditions do not have to be big.
Oh, my kids' favorite thing still from when it was just two of them, even now three of them. Favorite thing, and maybe it's because we live in Texas, so this is so rare, but we don't really like it's got to be pretty cold to put the fire on.
Yeah.
Like it's just we live in Texas.
Right.
But the first time we put the fire on, all they shove whatever chair they can get as closest to the fire, put their little feet up on the hearth, and they just sit there and watch the fire. It is their favorite thing to do. And they were so excited when Raleigh was old enough to get and sit in his own chair. They're like, Raleigh, this is so great. There's a fire.
I love it.
And like
And
we
it's
take a picture of it every year, but every year, the first fire of the year, they just lose their minds.
yeah,
And it's an awesome tradition that costs $0.
right. Traditions do not have to be big, they don't have to be costly. When I think back of some of my favorite things that I remember, like one of my best memories is just that one tradition was going to grandma and grandpa's on Christmas Eve, and then they would come back with us and spend the night at my parents' house on Christmas Eve. Like
Ah,
that was it. That was a tradition. So one of Adelaide's big traditions that we when we were pregnant, we said we'd never do, and now we've done it 12 years in a row, is we spend Christmas in Ohio.
yeah.
We go up several days before Christmas. We drive from Texas to Ohio. We bring all the dogs. Like I've tried to talk Adelaide into letting me board the dogs, and we fly up there, and she's like, "No, you have to have the puppies with us on Christmas." So,
You're like, dang
right,
it.
but that's her tradition. We also started a tradition. That's the other thing. Traditions don't have to have gone on since birth to be a tradition. Like you
No,
can start a tradition
you
right
can
now.
make new
Right.
traditions.
Your kid can be 18 and you can start a new tradition.
Right.
We have really good friends that are neighbors. They live in our neighborhood. They moved in. I highly recommend it. And last year or the year before, we threw the girls with little camp chairs and blankets in the back of my husband's truck and hot cocoa. And the adults got in the front of the truck and we just drove around our neighborhood. We didn't get out on any main streets. We live in a gated neighborhood. We drove around our neighborhood to look at all the lights.
Awesome.
And so when I
I
did,
feel that people don't do that as much as they should anymore.
oh, we love it.
Just to
Well,
look at lights. It's
I,
great.
I I will say the weird thing about Texas, and maybe this is a suburban thing for all major cities. Everyone's house, unless they do stuff in their yard, everyone's house looks the same because they all
Yes.
pay. Yeah, they all
I
pay
hate
the
white
same.
lights. I hate
Yeah,
plain white lights.
I hate plain, super straight white lights.
Ugh.
It is so refreshing to go to Chillicothe, Ohio, my hometown, where everyone still puts up their own lights and they're all different and some are crooked and they're all individual and personalized.
Yes.
But I will say, our neighborhood, there are so many houses that do crazy, fun stuff in their yard, like giant blow ups or fun themes. And it's not just but maybe
Right.
because that could be why people don't look at lights anymore, because like it's all the same.
Because they're boring.
They're boring. But so that's a fun tradition. We look at lights. Another tradition I started with my niece and nephew and Adelaide and my parents probably about 5 years ago, maybe even no, 4 or 5 years ago. We do a gingerbread competition.
Oh, that's cute. Like a little
Yeah.
gingerbread house.
Yeah, and I get the mini gingerbread houses that are teeny tiny, like the little ones. And
Well,
I
sometimes you buy those and it's like three to a set.
oh, it's they come in a pack of four
Yeah.
and it's super cheap. And then my niece and nephew come over on Christmas Day, like that afternoon, that evening. So we do it Christmas night. And I hot glue them because like we ain't wasting time trying to
And
actually
you're not
build
gonna
them.
eat it.
No, I'm not gonna eat it, especially after people have like touched them and all the no,
No, you're not gonna eat it. Just
no.
glue them.
Just hot glue those gingerbread houses and then you have fun and we all decorate them. And then I post on social media for people to vote and see who wins.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that idea. Ooh, I'm gonna do that this year.
It's really fun to the point now, like Adelaide and Steve in our family group chat with my parents, they've already been scoping out ideas to win. And then
Ah!
they're not telling us, but Adelaide's like, because my dad usually buys all of the like decorating stuff while he's
Yeah.
shopping. And so Adelaide's like, this year I need, what was it like? I need little stick pretzels. And then she needed something else. I need little mini marshmallows. I'm like, oh, what are you planning? Like a snowy cabin? Like, what's your theme? She's like, stop trying to guess my theme.
You're like, I can't tell you.
But it's fun. So that's their tradition that
So
they
I want to say this. This is a bit of a downer topic, but I do think it's very important to remember. I love that you just said you can start a new tradition with an 18-year-old. It doesn't
right.
matter. We are at a stage where, if you listen, if you're a listener, you know my mom passed away 5 years ago. And in the last 5 years, we were telling ourselves, like, oh, we're making new traditions because mom's not here. But we were really trying to do the exact same thing. And it's difficult. It doesn't work the same. Like trying to like, oh, but every Christmas morning we have monkey bread with mimosas, which I'm still gonna have my monkey bread with mimosas, but it's not necessary, you
Right.
know? So it's totally okay to pivot
Hmm.
and make new traditions and realize, like we're talking about that stakeholder meeting, yeah, not everyone wants monkey bread.
Right.
Like I'm really the only one that ends up eating the whole thing of monkey bread. So maybe I don't need to make that this year. Maybe I just
Yeah.
make that on a Saturday.
Right.
Or maybe, it's a hard drive for my dad to come in town. So maybe we just meet somewhere and have like a really nice lunch together and
Yeah.
celebrate instead of like the Christmas morning opening presents, the whole thing. Like that doesn't have to happen that way. You can easily create a new tradition by just pivoting and realizing what's not working. Like if
Right.
something's causing you a lot of stress with the holidays and you can pinpoint it, pivot
Yeah.
and make a new tradition.
Right.
Figure
I
out
love it.
why that's not working and then make it better.
Well, and we know that, or we know we have a new tradition this year that we're going to have to do on Steve's side of the family. And we're still trying to figure out what that looks like. And really, the goal is just to be together. So
Right.
even before Steve and I were married, we've been married for 23 years. Even before we were married, when we were engaged, every Christmas morning after I would do Christmas at my house, we would drive to his grandmother's house, which is about an hour away, and do Christmas with his whole side of the family.
Mm.
Well, and we've done that. That's all Adelaide has ever known. She's done it ever since she was born. We go there, we have lunch, and then we drive back. Well, his grandmother passed away, and so it's going to be the first Christmas for his mom without her mom, but also
Mm.
our Christmas morning is going to look different. So, we're trying to figure out what that looks like. We're thinking maybe just going to his mom's house to do like a lunch. Um, but yeah, it's going to be different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's gonna, and these things happen. And it doesn't have to be a death in the family. It could be
Right, right.
somebody went to college or, whatever. Maybe there's a new baby. Who
Yeah,
knows?
right.
But things are gonna change and shift, and don't feel like you have to recreate exactly the same thing every year. Like that's why we're talking about the stakeholders meetings are so important of realizing just what are your yeses and nos and what is gonna, it's okay to like, let's try this new tradition out this year and see how this works because last year was not working.
I love it. I saw a girl I'm friends with on Facebook. She started a tradition just last year with her all of her kids because they're older now, where they all take a day over Thanksgiving weekend and go to Five Below. and they all buy for everyone else. But then when they go home and wrap it, they don't tell anyone who the gift is from, and they have to guess who bought them.
Oh,
And
that's fun.
yeah, and you have to like buy the gift based on the person's personality. She's like, my kids love it, and we've only done it for like 1 year, and they're obsessed with it. They couldn't wait to do it again this year.
We do it similar, but we go even cheaper than Five and Below. Well, most of the times. Um, we go to the thrift store. There's a really, really great thrift store just right in our neighborhood.
Ooh, I love that.
And my kids save up their money
Hmm.
and they know, which the funny thing is, they go together, but so they'll be like, this is what Roger's getting me. And Roger's like, this is what Rue's getting me. And like, that's how they pick out their gifts for each other. And
That's
they
so
love
fun.
it. They think
That
it's
is
so
fun.
great. And they're using their own money, but like, they don't have a lot of money. So like they're spending, maybe like 3, $5 on each other. And the fun thing is then they do get really antsy that they're like, I have to wait how long? And I'm like, yeah, you gotta wait a month. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Well, our other tip when it comes to holiday stress, especially if you are someone who part of your holiday kind of schedule is family get-togethers and extended family, especially, you are not responsible for everyone's holiday happiness.
No. Even though you think you are,
Right,
even though you think you're the maker, the only maker of the magic, you are not responsible.
right.
If somebody has a bad holiday, tough cookies for them.
Can we say it again for all the moms in the back?
Right. Like,
You,
don't stress about
yes,
that.
you are not responsible for everyone's holiday happiness. If Aunt Susan wants to have her crappy opinions, let her. That's between her and her therapist. And I am fortunate in that I don't have any personal experience with this, but I know what I would do if I did. And if you have family that does nothing but cause you stress and anxiety, and it's not a good time, you don't have to go see them at the holidays.
I will say we are having this conversation with my family right now.
Oh, you do have experience then. Hope I didn't just open a can of worms.
No, I won't
Okay.
say specifics. Anyone who knows me is like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
But it's been bad the
Yeah.
last couple of years. And we're like, why are we doing that? Let's
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Let's do something. And it doesn't mean that you completely cut them out. It just means like, I don't need to spend all day with you because it doesn't go well. And I know that you want to see me and I want to see you, but it could just be for an hour or two. And then we could leave. That's fine.
Yeah.
And it's totally yeah, you are not responsible. And think about that too. Like we're talking about Aunt Susans and older people, but also your kids. If your kid just turns into a total turd Christmas morning, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
That's not like don't overanalyze and think like, oh well, what did I do last night and he didn't get enough sleep and like stuff, it's gonna happen. They're gonna be turds. It's
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry. You are not responsible for their happiness on that day. You can do what you can to make it better, but you could still have a kid that's pissed off for no reason. It
Right.
happens.
Exactly. It totally happens. It totally happens. And if you're following all the other, tips that we gave, maybe it doesn't have to kind of, snowball. Haha, no pun intended here.
Ha, snowball.
Haha. But here's the thing, bronze medal moms, if the holidays feel overwhelming, it's not because you're failing, it's because they are overwhelming. Like it is a
Yeah.
lot. It's a
You're
lot.
doing better than you think. Even if
Yeah.
you forgot the teacher gift, burned dinner, and your Christmas card arrives on December 29th, you're doing
Yeah.
okay.
You're
It's
doing
all
okay.
right.
And 1 year, actually for several years, it was too much. I didn't even do cards. I did New Year's cards.
So I'm going to get on my high horse right now.
I know you love the cards.
I do love the Christmas
You love them
cards.
and you decorate with them, which I love that for you.
I'm very serious about my Christmas cards. However, I am all for a New Year's card. I'm all for even a Valentine's Day card. My best friend sent me a Valentine's Day card 1 year and she was like, I could not get it together. And I was like, I love your Valentine's Day card. It's great. But don't send me a Christmas card on New Year's. Send me a New Year's card. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it better say Happy New Year on the card, or it better say Happy Valentine's Day on the card. Don't just send me a Christmas card and be like, isn't it the same? No, it's not the same. No, it's not the same. It can say Happy Christmas and Happy New Year, but if it's not there for Christmas, it's not a Christmas card. Then it's a New
Yeah.
Year's card or a Valentine's Day card. It's fine.
Right.
That's my
Right.
only pet peeve. I hate when I get a Christmas card mid-January and they're like, sorry, couldn't get them out. And I'm like, well, then change it to a New Year's card.
Right. Exactly. That's
And
what
I
I
don't
do.
care. But don't
Exactly.
send me a Christmas card. That's
Right.
dumb.
Right.
All
Right.
right, it's my pet
Yeah.
peeve. You can disagree with me if you want. I don't care. And
No,
someone's
no.
going to be like, I'm sending you a flipping Christmas card January 14th. And I'm like, I'm going to throw it in the trash.
Well, yeah, I love it. So, bronze medal moms, we show up, we try, we laugh through the chaos, and this year we're going to do better managing our holiday stress.
It's true. All right. Moms, hang in there, deep breath, and remember stress fades, memories stay.
We love you guys. No, now go embrace your beautifully imperfect bronze medal holiday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to our moms on Bronze Medal Moms.
Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends, and leave us a review. We'd love to hear from you. See you soon.